Hi everybody, I finished finally my little Prairie Journal and I wanted to share it with you. This is from Junk with Steph on Etsy, the digital kit. So I wanted it to be more authentic to the period of time that it would have been. And so back then they would have probably hand stitched everything. They probably would have ran out of thread, so that's why I ended up putting a little bit of pink on here. This is a feed sack that they would have reused many times, and I'm going to get into it. So I called it Little Prairie, and I probably need to adjust some light here, maybe a little bit. There we go. I stitched on here. This is an original bag, so I have a little bit of trim, lace, boy, just everything going on here. I have an old antique button. I don't know if it's antique, vintage is the word, I guess. I don't know where I should put the light. Vintage button, and just layers. I mean, I hand sewed around the edges. I put extra little things in here. Here's the spine, the back cover. I sewed pocket on, and I had, this is some wheat or grass that had gone to seed out in my yard that I put on here. It says to be preserved, and I just made a little card there. This is the original hole from the sack that was there. So let's open it up and see what we got. Inside the cover, I just put another pocket from that bag, and I did put another little prairie. I didn't realize I had done that. I may go back and put something else on that. I wanted it to stick up a little higher there. This here is some of Terry Lee Payne had given me, traded with me, I believe, some fibers from, she spins her own wool, and so she had given me beautiful fibers. I made them into a mat, and I just made a pocket out of that. I put in a yo-yo and some cheesecloth, and here is one of the images from the kit, and I put a little bling, layered up like 5 layers of different stuff here on that. I put a faux button that I had a punch from, a little flip tab here, part of the kit. This is just I mean, the second I saw this kit, I was just fell in love with it. A beautiful kit. Has some chickens out there, and here, I don't know if you can see some of this, but this dyed paper was from Sharon Vandergraff, and I hand stitched some tabs. I just added some fibers here, added more different pictures from the kit. I made a little tuck spot here. You can also write on this. There's another image. Back here, I used the card to make a couple more little tuck spots. She's hanging out her clothes here. They're always just hard workers there in the prairie and on the farm. I made a belly band. They're like going for a walk. This is just some coffee dyed paper. Has nothing in it, just some dyed paper. I have a couple of those, so I won't show you the next one, but I just lined it up. I showed you in my series how I had attached this with some glue like in here, so it holds it tighter so you don't have that loose falling out stuff. I made a little pad of paper over here on the left. I thought this image was a really good image to have. They're gathering wood and getting through the gate. It brought back a lot of memories of my childhood, actually. There's that other belly band here with this picking apples. All of this just so reminds me of my childhood. It really does. Live in the moment. Little girls are playing outside, and this image is of just coming through the gate to go like pick berries or something. More of the paper from Sharon. This lady's picking some flowers along, some wildflowers. I also added another fabric tab here. You guys can't see the top, can you? I can't hardly get this high enough to see. I did add in a little purple to bring out a different color on this page. That was the first signature. This is the second one. And I have a couple tags here. This is some lavender field here. And this little girl. And then she has like a market, it almost looks like to me. A little tag there. And then I believe this is either wild onion. It looks like wild onions to me. It says wild and free. Those go in there. And I also have a little prairie book, kind of, so I actually cut out a couple pieces in here. How they kept warm is what that one is about on the prairie. And this is a matchbook. Believe it or not, it is. It'll open. A matchbook. I layered up button and all that jazz there. And so it just is a matchbook fold out with some pages there. And then these beautiful, I don't know what this flower is called. Here's a woman with her donkey and her children up there on the thing, on the donkey, hanging out clothes while the baby's sitting there waiting for mama. A woman's work is never done. Here she's getting some wood for the fire, perhaps, to cook with. Out here, there's like some kind of a artist type of a stone pole or something, maybe. I don't know. A little walk on the beach with their goat, and I made this as an altered paper clip here. Line frame. Yep. And I just, on the back of it, I just tied a string because they probably wouldn't have had much back then. Up here, I have got I have this little girl dancing in the swing. They would have had a swing probably hanging by a tree. So this is a belly band across, and I just made a little tuck spot flip thing here. And more wildflowers, handmade paper, or not handmade, hand-dyed paper. I had a, I think it came from Walmart, actually. It's on a big roll of plastic. It says keeping cool, more different things. Here's a card I made. I left the edge on it because it's an index card that I had dyed. I don't remember what I even dyed it with, but it came out the perfect green for this color. This is what sold me on the kit, was this picture right here. I loved it so much. This is just a little envelope with a piece of paper in it. Layered up some colors. There's some girls walking through this field here. A doily. I put a different paper here, and they're carrying a bucket of water. Inside that is just a pad of paper, different papers, and I put a hand-stitched edge tab on that. More of that dyed paper. This is avocado dyed, I believe. And here's that little girl. Here is just part of a curtain, I think is what this is that I had. I stuck it on there because I didn't really like the yellow. I was trying to bring out some of the yellows in here, but it was like too powerful of a yellow. Home Sweet Home. There's the house with the couple people out there. Here she's got her bunnies. I had bunnies when I was little. This image has, she has a basket and was sitting on a thing trying to go somewhere, you know, to go to a field to maybe pick some blackberries or something. And that's just, I didn't go over on purpose because I would have ran out of thread if I would have been there. Parchment paper on some other paper there. She's bringing some sticks in from the field. Another handmade tab. And I just put handmade by Joy Alderson. And here is a garment pin. I used part of a sleeve or something. I don't know if it was a sleeve or it could have been even a collar. I just used it, and this is some chickens out in the yard. This came out of my yard. It was a real flower, and I glued it down and painted over a little bit with some stuff and just made a tag out of that. And then I showed you that. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good day.